Hello there again. Welcome to Two Different Worlds. My name is Carl Stedmond. I come from England. I'm a martial arts instructor and a singer. My friend Alan Fisher is a retired judge and retired lawyer, so our worlds have been completely different. Alan, you'd like to come on the set?
That's retired, not tired.
Yes, retired. Sometimes you get tired, right? And so today we are going to speak about character and love. So Alan, you can start because today you felt like speaking about these things. So.
Okay, we'll start off with character. And I mean, the theme behind all of what we're doing in Two Different Worlds is awareness, consciousness, awakening. But more than that, it's allowing the same spirit that has created the universe, that has created us, that creates skin and flowers and nature, is coming through us. And to allow that to come through unfettered. There's a book, The Untethered Soul, by Michael Singer. Marvelous book, I recommend it. And to allow that spirit to flow through you, that life, whatever you want to call it. And as you do that, you'll find that there is a change in the character. There's less judgment. There's no discrimination. You become conscious of what you're eating, what you're putting in your mouth. And I'm going to go out on a limb here, conscious of what you're putting in your body, in all orifices.
Yeah.
And that brings us to love as well. But we'll get to that in a minute. But you'll find that there is a certain refinement of character that comes with awakening. Even though we are from two different cultures, two different backgrounds, he is a man of character, of honesty, of integrity, of strength. Now it's your turn to compliment me.
I can't really think of anything, Alan. No, as Alan said, that when you get to this point in your life, when I call it a shift in consciousness, there's absolutely no them and us. You know, it's we. You know, we're one, and you find the same character in everyone that you meet when you live in this way, this presence of being, and again that comes from not being in the mind as much. It's by just being in that presence that these characters come through, characters of a person.
And you find your heart is open. You're not thinking, as you say, in your mind. Your heart starts to open and you accept everything, everyone, because they are children of God. They have life flowing through them, and you honor that rather than the outer form. And you draw these people to you. When we're younger, we are attracted to a mate purely on a physical level. You know, there's an attraction and, that would be a good mate. But you realize as you awaken that there is more to that. There's a person inside that body, and they are vibrating at a certain level. I call it spiritual agreement. Now, I'll give you an example. There are some people you're with, you've probably experienced this, no matter what you say or do, they'll come up with the opposite. Yeah. I had a wife like that once. But there are other people that it's so easy to get along with. You say something and they finish and they agree, and I mean, we're an example of that. There's no conflict here. I don't have to worry about what Carl is going to say.
What? You don't? You don't?
No, I don't. Because I know that we're in spiritual agreement. We're coming from the same place. We're all coming from the same place. Some people just don't know it yet. They're still asleep. They need more time.
And I think that we get to that place because of non-judgment, because really, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter, because we're all going to have our own opinions. And as I've said before, you know, the worst prison you can be in is the prison of your own mind and what people think about you. But if we can hold that judgment, you know, because everyone's entitled to their own opinion, you know, if they do it in the right way, and you can agree to disagree. But I think when you get to a certain point of consciousness in your life, that it doesn't really matter that much, you know, if someone has a different opinion, because you're confident within yourself and who you are and your own opinion. So it doesn't really... I love this statement. I think it was Wayne Dyer. He said, what people think about me has got nothing to do with me. I'll never forget reading that many years ago. And that stuck with me, you know. And it's the truth, you know, because a lot of people use Facebook, and you put a post and people like it or they don't like it. And sometimes you get a bit, you know, peeved about that. But really, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter, you know. And we speak about love and love. All we need is love. La, 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 la. The words in that song are quite profound, Alan. The Beatles, you know. Nothing you can do that can't be done. Nothing you can sing that can't be sung. Nothing you can do, but you can learn to play the game. It's easy. And I think that's what the Beatles were talking about here. It's this being in that presence of love, because we are love. Love is our natural state. And I'm not talking about a romantic love, which is, of course, beautiful. I think we were made male and female, and we're always attracted to that opposite, you know, because we feel more fulfilled. And if you're lucky to get the partner in your life that you have that fulfillment, it's amazing. But I'm talking about the love for humanity, for the connectedness of one. I mean, I personally love if I go through Tim Hortons to connect with the person who's giving me a coffee, just to that instead of, okay, thank you, bye, to maybe say, thank you, look them in the eye, have a great day. And I know Jesus spoke about, in giving you shall receive. And this is what I feel he meant, not giving people something, and it's actually when you're given, you've got it to give, which raises your vibration actually and helps with the law of attraction. But you don't do it because you want to get something back. You're already getting something back in that smile. And sometimes we don't even recognize it's a vibration you're getting back from them people, you know, because we're talking about love.
Absolutely. It's a giving. We have been programmed to get. There are all sorts of concepts. That's why we have a whole bunch of opinions. We've been programmed. Those are just concepts anyway. Life will prove it out. If we just stay steady, life will prove it out. But when you give, as opposed to getting, the spirit flows through the pineal gland, above, down, inside, out. You're here to give that. Give it away. There's abundance. I mean, there's a whole universe in back of you. All the planets, all the flowers, whatever is coming through them is coming through you as well. So it's easy to keep giving and giving. There's no limit to that. It's wonderful, much better, because there seems to be a limit to what I can get, but giving, that's a whole different ball game. And it's easy to give of yourself, your love, your spirit, and if you have a smile on your face, the other person feels it. If you're grumpy and miserable, the other person feels that too.
I'd like to share something that my little nephew sang to me about, how old is he now? He's about 30, probably 25 years ago. He was 5. See how quick that was? I didn't need a calculator. At the age of 5, he sang me a little song, and it stuck with me. and it goes like this. Love is special when you give it away, give it away, give it away. Love is special when you give it away, 'cause you keep on getting more. And it's a truth. It's never ending. The more you give it, the more comes back. It is actually the law of attraction.
You can't manipulate it, you can't use it, but you can give it. You know, life has its own purpose. You can't use it, you know, it's not up to life to make you happy. There's a bigger picture at stake here. But if you're in tune with that, if you're awake, if you're conscious and aware, then that life flows through you beautifully, and whatever needs to happen, happens.
Yeah, yeah. And there are the things we talk about. There are many, many amazing books out there, you know, because some people might watch this. I know usually people who watch these things, it's people who are very interested in it, are already on the path. But I know personally myself, when I was going through a shift in consciousness, I actually thought I was going a bit crazy, you know, because I wasn't interested in the things that I always used to be interested in. And it's only when I look back in my life, I thought, wow, it was a tough period really going through that. And I think there's many, many people on the planet right now, Alan, who are going through this, and maybe they're not sure, but there's lots of books, there's lots of videos, you know. And, you know, meditation really helps. And what would you say, Alan, is a good tip for these people who are looking to understand that more?
Well, there are a lot of enlightened people, Marianne Williamson, Wayne Dyer, as you mentioned. What I resonate with, or who, is Eckhart Tolle.
Me too.
Yeah, his videos and his books, The Power of Now, A New Earth, we both resonate with Eckhart Tolle more than anyone else, but there are many, many more. But you were speaking of people going through rough times. Maybe it's necessary to awaken. There is the horizontal plane, and that's all people know, the human nature. Young, teenage years, get married, have a family, have a mortgage, and die. But that's not why we're here. That's a limited way of living. When you come into the vertical dimension, into the now, into consciousness, into awareness, then each day is slower, longer, more creative, more relaxing, more comfortable. We're just here to be. And it's so freeing to say, I just am.
And the interesting thing is, when you live in that way, you actually get more things done, and you actually do them things with more presence, more clarity, more joy, more creativity, and it shines through them things as well when you feel this way.
I'm done. You wanted to say something?
Yeah, I like to finish by again saying we're all in this together, guys, you know, so no matter what your opinion, come together for our children's sake, you know. Children, little children, they're so innocent to what's going on the planet, and responsibility is the ability to respond. So let's really, for our children's sake, come together, share the love, and we're going to get through these times.
Well, that reminds me of a few things. We are not conservative. We're not liberal. We're not Republican. We're not democratic. We're not black. We're not white. We're not Chinese. We're not tall. We're not short. We are life. Well, physically. But we're life. We're life in all different forms. And the other is just concepts. Respect and love the life in each other.
Absolutely. The camera's not going to switch itself off, Alan.
Okay. Thanks a lot.
We don't have a cameraman today. So again, everyone, share the love and peace.